Yo. Oh my God, this little fucking update is killing me, bro. What's going on? What's going on? If we get anybody in here in the morning while I'm yawning. What it do when it's doing that? Got this long ride to work. Top of the morning to you. Yeah, what up, Cameron? Oh man, I've been I've been active on Twitter more lately. So I'm seeing I see these little Twitter beefs and whatever, and then I be in the little radios. I get the little radio groups, where everybody's talking and stuff. And it's funny because I've been seeing this stuff, and it's like people want to be in Michigan's business so bad, bro. If you ain't got and I got some Michigan stuff I want to talk about too, but I got to rant on these other teams first. And we got Michigan State, we got Ohio State fans coming to the aid of Michigan State. I will be in there arguing about Michigan State. And here come Ohio State fans trying to get in the middle of it and take up for Michigan State. Bro, chill out. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This our little bro. Go over there. Matter of fact, go find Oregon, because some of y'all want Oregon to be y'all rival. Go find Oregon. Go find something to argue with Oregon about. Stop worrying about Michigan State. Yeah, we know we got the biggest rivalry, but this don't concern you. This is Michigan State. This don't concern you. Get out of our business. You only got one rival, and it's us. So, they miss out on some of the other banter. They feel alone. They want, hey, we've only got one rival. We need something to do, which is true. You need something to do besides us. Yeah, we feel that way about them too. So we gonna get on their head and they say crazy stuff. They be teaming up, bro. They be teaming up. They be teaming up like, hey, if it ain't, they be teaming up. Michigan State, Ohio State. They be trying to team up like, we both hate Michigan. Let's get them, guys. Let's get them. Hate those guys. Freaking scum. But yeah, so they find something to do, bro. Like, this our little bro. We got this. Go somewhere else. But besides that, Bama fans, because Bama fans feel like they're that team. They're that team, So I'm in the space, and Bama fans, they don't want us to talk. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you can't talk. When it gets to a certain point, you can't talk about Bama. You can't talk about Bama. Who made that rule? It might be a new set of rules that I didn't get them. You know what I'm saying? It might have been a new set of rules I didn't get. They say we ain't supposed to be able to talk to Bama. Last time we stopped Bama from winning the championship in the Rose Bowl. Last time I checked, we just beat Bama, 6 months ago? 7 months ago? I'm talking. I don't know where you from. You get beat Then they got the nerve to say, you beat us in the Mayo Bowl. Is that our fault? That your team was in there too. Your team was in there. Is it our fault we put the clamps on them? Gave them some, you get nothing. You get nothing. What you thought this was? I'm talking. I don't care that you Bama. Nick's in some Bama fans, they not realizing it. Nick Saban ain't coaching that team no more. Yeah, y'all got a top 5 preseason team. Yeah, y'all killing it in recruiting. The recruiting is getting better and is good. But that monster ain't on the sideline no more. He's somewhere on campus. But on Saturdays, he ain't on that sideline coaching. They ain't realized it yet. Last time I checked, Michigan beat Kalen DeBoer for a championship. Hello. The last time I checked, we just beat him again. So it ain't no fear of Bama over here. Sorry to tell you. That time has passed for us. Now, if Ohio State or somebody like that is still afraid of them, that's fine for them. Over here, we're not. You don't get that respect you had when you've been losing to us. What are we supposed to be respecting? Failure? We're supposed to be respecting failure. We don't do that over here. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm talking, Bama fan. I don't care. Nick Saban is gone. The dude that had folks scared of y'all, he gone. And we got him up out of there. He gone. Had a Bama fan trying to talk crazy to me on these little the Twitter chats. And for whatever reason, my mic is always messed up on there, so I always got a bad echo, so I can't cook on there like I want to. Man, Bama was winning championships all the time before Saban. Boy, shut up. Bear Bryant, you go all the way back to those Bear Bryant years, the same way people like to say, oh, pre-slavery and, Jim Crow, Michigan. Bama, you in that same level. Y'all won a championship in 92 and didn't win another one until Saban got there in the mid 2000s. Give me a break. Stop. So Saban is gone. You got stuff to prove now. Y'all still living off the back of Saban's. You got stuff to prove now. I hate to tell you. If ain't nobody told you, I'm gonna tell you today. You got stuff to prove now. Same way Michigan has stuff to prove with Sharon Moore because Harbaugh's gone. You the same way, Bama. You got stuff to prove. The hell wrong with you? Know what you thought? Kalen DeBoer is a good coach. It hasn't been proven if he's a great coach yet. We're Bama. We just do this. Boy, shut up. Before Nick Saban got there, you wasn't doing much. Now what be wrong with these folks? Oh, you gotta calm down when you talk about Bama. I ain't got to calm down nothing. I'm talking. Till I see a L. Give me a reason not to talk stuff to you, Bama. Last time I checked, we was knocking y'all head in. Sack after sack after sack after sack after sack after sack after sack. Boy, we got a sack. Sack after sack. Every time we get a chance, we putting y'all quarterback in the dirt. I can't help it. What up, Maniac? Yeah, talking about this Bama fan thinking we can't talk about them. Boy, we talking. Why wouldn't we talk? We've been beating y'all. That's like us saying, Ohio State fans saying don't talk. Boy, we talking. We keep beating y'all. Why wouldn't we talk? Why wouldn't we talk when we keep beating y'all? But we won all those championships with Nick Saban. Great. He's not there anymore. You got stuff to prove. Living off of Nick Saban. He gone, brother. I hate to remind y'all. He gone. Y'all better be happy he stayed around to help y'all recruit still. That's what y'all better just be happy about. He stayed around to help recruit. In a minute, he gonna leave and ain't gonna be nowhere. He gonna be sitting on the pond, you know, reflecting on life. So y'all better be glad he stayed around to help you do that. But on that field, the boy got to prove it. Same way Sharon Moore got to prove it. And there's no fear for us about you. I'm sorry. College football isn't, oh, we do this. It's a, what have you done? What have you done for me lately? That's what goes with college football. What have you done for me lately? Same way people want an 8-5 Michigan. We was 8-5, but one of them wins was you, Ohio State. We was 8-5, but one of them wins was you, Bama. We was 8-5, but one of them wins was you, Michigan State. I don't want to hear y'all talking. Oregon, if you want to talk, feel free. You was able to beat us. But the rest of you, the coalition, the Michigan State, Bama, Ohio State coalition, pipe down. Yeah. So pipe down. I don't want to hear nothing they say about that. Well, you guys just, no, I don't want to hear it. We've been beating you. I don't want to hear it. Ohio State, Michigan State, Bama, all of y'all together. Don't want to hear it. Ball you up. Kobe, get out of here. I don't want to hear it. In Ohio State, like I was talking with Maniac yesterday about 2022 and 2023 is the best run for a Big Ten team ever. Like they say, in the modern era. Ohio State has never went 2 years losing one game. You ain't did it. In the modern era, you might have went undefeated, but then that next year you lost 2 or 3 games. You lost 2 games or something. 2022, 2023 is the best Big Ten run in the modern era for a Big Ten team. Which is why JJ is that dude, 27-1 as a starter. Don't argue facts with feelings. Don't argue facts with feelings. Hasn't been done. It hasn't been done. I checked the record books. I say, I know as much as Ohio State has been winning, that they've at least had a 2-year run better than Michigan, probably 2 undefeated seasons. I know they had to do it. I know Ohio State had to do it. But no, they didn't. Not in the modern era. You know, they might have did it when it was a 8-win season back in the day when we were only playing like 8-9 games. But we don't count that stuff, right? We don't count that stuff. I don't count that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So in this era, that run Michigan went on, you ain't never seen nothing like it. You ain't never seen nothing like it, Ohio State fan. 27-1. You never seen nothing like that. You never seen such a winning culture like that. These are facts. This ain't feelings. This ain't my opinion. This is just what it is. All that winning and you never did nothing like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I ain't gonna rant on these dudes all day. because we actually do got some football stuff, a little bit, not football, but you know, a lot of the top players from Michigan, you know, they were at the golf outing, and they were, you know, talking about the team and things. And you know, you know what I want to hear? I want to hear dudes talking about championship and that mindset. And Jordan Marshall, oh baby, you cooking. You was cooking. Jordan Marshall, I love what I hear from that brother, that young man, that young brother. I love what I was hearing from him. If you're not trying to win championships and natties, don't come here. Don't come here. If that's not what you focused on, because I know somebody will say, well, they still might not win one, Johnny. Just because he said that doesn't mean... Just pipe down. Go sit over there. Just go sit over there. It's not about that. It's about having the mindset to... That's what I'm focused on. If you believe it, then you can achieve it. The first step is believing and being focused on that. That's the first step. So that's what I want to hear. I want to hear dudes focused and worried about championships. If you ain't trying to win a championship, don't come here. If you're worried about something else besides winning a natty and a championship, do not come here. I love that, bro. I love that. Because that's the mindset you need. And you see it when he plays, that he's hungry. He's got that hunger. You see that. And that's what I love, that type of stuff, bro. You see when Jordan Marshall plays, even that small sample size against Bama, you could see the intensity, the hunger, the want to be that dude. You know, and when you hear him talk, he backs it up with saying the same type of the things you want to hear. Winning culture, winning mindset, you know. And that's what you need, that, especially when you want to run the ball like we do. You need a dude with that type of mindset. Same mindset that a Blake Corum had. That I'm here, I'm coming back to win a championship. Unfinished business. Having that focus. So I love what I heard out of Jordan Marshall. Who else? Rod Moore was talking, and he said he's at like 80%. He said he still got some pain, but he expects to have that. I'm not sure if that's an expectation that he should have. I don't know. You know, but he says he's 80 something percent. So it's kind of a day-to-day kind of thing. But he is doing drills, but you know, they got him on a time limit, you know, things like that. Restrictions still. But he's got to be getting close, you know. We still got about a month until the season, and we still got no, I don't think any of us expect him to be ready to go game one anyway. You just want him back by mid-season if possible, you know. Then you can start sprinkling them in for later games, you know. You want to be able to sprinkle him in same way they did 2023, because remember, 2023 he was hurt the beginning of the season, and then I think game 3 or 4, they sprinkled him in, and he gave up a 70-yard touchdown, I think. You know, he let a player, he missed a tackle and the dude went like 70, you know, trying to knock off that rust. But by the end of the season, he was riding more again, you know. So we're just going to have to wait and see. Hopefully he doesn't have any more setbacks. Rashawn Benny, you know, Rashawn Benny got hurt against Bama in the Rose Bowl. And it was interesting to hear him say that, you know, he didn't feel like he didn't feel like the championship was kind of his, you know, because he got hurt. He got hurt early in the Bama game, so he doesn't feel like it's he got to contribute, even though he contributed all year, but you know, he feels like he didn't get to contribute in the playoff. So he's still got that hunger to prove himself. I like that. I you know, even though we all know Rashawn contributed to the championship, we all know that. But to hear him say that he feels like he didn't, and technically he didn't much because he got hurt so early against Bama, but we know, but he feels like he didn't contribute. That's hunger. So he's got something to prove. He wants to win a championship and feel like he was a big contributing part of it. Hey, I ain't gonna knock you. That's I hear hunger. I want my players hungry and ready and wanting to prove something. I want my players wanting to prove something. Wanting to prove their. I don't really care how you manufacture. I don't really care how you come up with your hunger and your passion for the game. I just want it to be there. I don't care if you have to make something up. I don't care. Because that's how I was. I make something up. It don't matter to me. Whatever makes you focused and makes you play better, do what you got to do. I don't care if you have to make something up. What did he say? Bro, he didn't say nothing. No, he talking about me. He said something about my mama. Yeah, I got him. I don't care. Because that's how I was. I'd make something up. To focus in, I make something up. I don't care. In my head, I'm thinking something crazy that might not have even happened. It might not even have happened, but boy, I'm thinking it did. Bet. I got you. Oh, bet. Okay. Like and what's crazy, I'm like that in anything. We could be shooting dollar shots. We could be playing the video game. It don't really matter. I'm gonna manufacture something to make me focus. You could get happy. Your player just scored a touchdown, and you like, yes, touchdown. I got you. I'm mad. Oh, bet. Oh, you celebrating? Oh, you celebrating on me? Okay. I do it in everything. It don't matter. Like any little competition. It's so funny because my nephew knows that I do this. He knows that I do this stuff. So like we'll be playing 21. I don't know where y'all from. 21. We called it 21. Some people call it tip. You know, you can call it what you want. You know, the basketball game. You know, you shooting in the front yard. You know, we called it tip or 21. And we were playing with the little kid down the street. And the game just started. It wasn't no reason for me to do this stuff. It wasn't no reason for me to do this, but that's just how I am. So I make the first shot, and then he down the street from his house. He looked down at his house. He like, oh yeah, 21 maniac, yes sir. So a teenager. I hope my connection didn't go out, but my nephew like a teenager, and then it's a little kid. He like 8 or 9. And so we down the street from his house, and he like, oh yeah, my mom and them throwing a party. Yeah, we having a party. I said, oh, y'all having a party, huh? Oh, y'all having a party? He was like, yeah, we're having a party. Oh, okay, who gonna be there? He like, and I'm like, boom, 4. I'm like, oh, y'all still having a party? He like, yeah. I said, how many people gonna be there? He like, should be. I'm like, 5, 6, 7. Are y'all still partying? Yeah. My nephew's shaking his head because he know I be doing this. My nephew's shaking his head like, bro, shut the fuck up. Bro, shut up. I'm like, oh, you still having a party? Yeah, we having a party. Oh, okay. 9, 10, 11. bro. Y'all still partying? Yeah, it's a big party down there. Oh, y'all still partying? Bet. 13, 14, 15. He didn't realize he was fueling my fire until I got to like 20. By that time, I'm scorching. I'm on fire, boy. So, but that's how I am, and I feel like if you have to do that to focus in, I don't care. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I bring that up to this day, and my nephew be like, bro, I don't know why he wouldn't just shut up. I don't know why. You see this man ain't missing. Just shut up. But yeah, so Rashawn Benny having to, feel like he wasn't a part of that championship. Use it as motivation. I also liked how they were talking about how the coaches, bring them together, because everybody's got a different emotion on why they play the game, on what they're playing the game for. Some dudes just have a love for the game, and they just love it. I love football. I feel like God put me on this. That's not everybody. As a coach and as a fan, we want those to be the guys. We want everybody to, man, they just love playing football. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want. Man, he just loves football. He eats, he sleeps, he breathes football. And that's why he plays the game. Other dudes, but that's not reality. That's not reality. So you might be playing the game because you want to get your moms out the projects. You want to help your family. You want to get to the NFL to help your family. To change your family lineage. It could be anything. You might have had a family member that passed, and that's why you play football, because that's what they love. They love football more than you. And you just really playing it because that's a memory that ties you to them. Everybody plays the game for a different reason. But what I like to hear the coaches, the players were saying about the coaches were that they remind them and they remind each other why they play the game. You know what I'm saying? Remember moms, because those college players, their life and the work that they have to put in is crazy. It's crazy. Like their whole day is planned out from like 5 a.m. to like 8. And by the time 7, 8 o'clock comes, you're so tired, all you want to do is lay down most of the time. Like their day is all laid out. It's all laid out for them. Like they don't got much free time to, I can just go do this. No, their day-to-day is all laid out for them. You get what I'm saying? So you gonna really find out if a dude loves the game, because it's gonna take a lot, or what his motivation is. So I like that the players said that themselves and the coaches which remind each other why they're doing this. Why you remember moms? Remember you trying to get moms? Remember this? You know what I'm saying? Whatever your motivation is, because players got different. Everybody got a different motivation. Everybody has a different reason on why they want to be great or why they're playing the game. It's not just, man, I'm here to. I wish everybody had Jordan Marshall's mindset. If you ain't here to win the championship, hey, we're here to get a championship. That's the mindset you want everybody to have, but it's not realistic for everybody to have that mindset. But man, the big boys, the boys in the middle, the defensive line, man, them some big boys. I wanted to hear from TJ Guy. I wanted to hear from him, but I didn't really get to hear from him. We had the transfers and Derek Moore, McCulley. McCulley, a lot of these, when players do interviews, a lot of it is just, you're not going to get much out of it. A lot of it is coach talk. They prepped on what to say, what not to say. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it is coach speak. They don't want to say anything too crazy or nothing. But, the D-line boys, they did make that video about Michigan State. The belt to butt, the belt to ass, the belt, bringing the belt to MSU. I posted it on my Twitter, but that's bulletin board. That's bulletin board material. We don't expect Michigan State to be that good. We don't. But if I'm a Michigan State player, that's motivation. Oh, y'all gonna whip our butt, huh? Oh, y'all pulled the belt out? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Like I said, motivation, whatever makes you focus. I definitely would have that if I'm them from that. Now, they still got to prove it on the field. That only goes so far, You still got to prove it on the field and be able to execute and to be able to have that fuel and that fire and still play fundamentally sound football. You know what I'm saying? It's easier said than done. You can have that fuel and that fire, but are you still playing fundamentally sound football? It's hard to match both. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a team that has expectations on being that good and you're already a focused team. So when you see something like that, it's like, I bet we already focused. Now we really focused on kicking your head in. Michigan State isn't that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if Michigan State was going to get us, they were going to get us last year. Because until I see Michigan State field a defense that's a really good defense, I don't have much worry about them. Now, I'm not going to front. I did have some worry about Michigan State last year because our quarterback play was so bad. But Sharon Moore and even Kirk Campbell, they were able to draw up some plays to make some offense, some trick plays, and then the defense helped us out. You know what I'm saying? But I don't expect Michigan's passing game to be that bad ever again. Michigan's pass was service academy level bad. That's how bad Michigan was. Like, it was unbelievably bad. And I don't expect to ever see that again in our lifetime. So, if you didn't get us last year with that, it ain't likely. Until I see Michigan State field a defense. Because a lot of people say, well, Michigan State's got Aiden Childs. He's going to get better. They got Nick Marsh. That's great. The problem is they have to go against Michigan's defense. And Michigan's offense has to go against Michigan State's defense. Michigan State's defense don't worry us. That's the problem. The problem ain't your offense. The problem is your defense. Ain't that? And Michigan's defense is that. That's where the problem comes for you. It ain't your quarterback and your receiver. It's the fact that your defense ain't that. So until I see their defense actually have me like, man, Michigan State's got a good defense. This a top 20, 15 defense. Do I see that? I'm not really worried about Michigan State like that. Watching them, and I'm like, man, Michigan State defense, man, flying around. Hey, this look like a D'Antoni defense. Uh-oh. Then I got worried about Michigan State. Until then, I'm not really worried about them like that. My connection probably gonna get fucked on this bridge. But yeah, them boys talking crazy, and I'm gonna wait till I get over the bridge. And what I didn't really like, when they posted that video, they did mention Norman, Oklahoma. A lot of people didn't catch it. They did mention Norman, Oklahoma, one of the players, when they were making that Michigan State belt to butt video. They did mention Norman, Oklahoma. They did. But a lot of people didn't catch it. Thankfully they didn't catch it. You know, because we don't. Hey, Brent Venables and them boys, I don't want them to have no extra motivation. I don't want Oklahoma to have no extra motivation. They actually got bullets in their gun to give us a headache in the second week of the season. And I've been in the rabbit hole of just college football, trying to turn back up, you know, really getting the knowledge on other teams and stuff like that. So I'm going back, rewatching a lot of SEC games, ACC, stuff like that, all these other teams. And I don't know what type of cable service y'all got, but SEC Network, they got all access SEC. So they got all access Texas, all access Bama, all access Oklahoma, you know, and it's dope, you know, to be taken inside the program. I wish the Big Ten did more of that. You know, we get the all access Big Ten. It's just a day, you know. It's just a day. You know, it's cool, but I feel like SEC brings you in more. I feel like they bring you in a little bit more to the programs. I wish the Big Ten did that a little more, bringing you in. And James Franklin had a pretty good quote to me at least. I don't know how my connection is out of right now. It's probably bad, but James Franklin had a pretty good quote saying that taking the Big Ten media days all the way to Las Vegas, it's not good for the Big Ten in general. Yeah, I get it. You've got USC, UCLA, you know, Oregon, Washington. You've got the Pac-12 teams, so, you know, kind of bringing it out there so they can be a part of it. You know, I get it. But most of your teams are closer to Chicago, closer to Indiana. So you're going to have, it's going to bring you closer to the Big Ten teams. The fanfare is different when you're in Indiana, when you're in Chicago. And I have to agree, you know. We'll see if they make this a yearly thing of going to Vegas, which I doubt that they do. But he had a pretty good point to me. You know, I wouldn't make it an every year thing going out to Vegas for the Big Ten media days. I wouldn't make it a yearly thing. If I was the Big Ten, who knows what they gonna do? They might do it in Las Vegas for the next 3-4 years. Who knows? But I thought James Franklin, as much as I don't care for him, I thought he had a really good point about that. You know, I really did. You know, you all the way out there in Vegas, the Big Ten, you got 4 teams out there in the West Coast. The rest of the Big Ten teams are all around all around Indiana and Chicago. Why move it all the way out there? But I get it. We got West Coast teams. I get it. But what else? But yeah, if you want to get that knowledge on some of these teams, I really enjoyed seeing really being taken in, because when we do our the big team goes to fall camp, they touch on some things, but they're not really taking you inside the program, like watching All Access Texas, All Access Bama, All Access Oklahoma. Like, they were really taking you inside the program, like showing you different things, the nutrition and things like that. I really enjoyed watching this stuff. It's the way they take you inside the program, like, and I wish the Big Ten did more stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get some of that stuff, but I feel like we don't get as much like SEC teams do. SEC, it seems like SEC teams in the SEC, they really want to bring you in, because it is different in the South, because a lot of them don't have pro teams. So some of those places, it's that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, the college team is their pro team somewhat. You know what I'm saying? So they bring you into the program. And I was watching, who was I watching? I was watching Bama. And the way that they do their the body composition, and they do a scan of the players' bodies. And Michigan could be doing this. I've just never seen it, so it was new to me to see that they do the body scan to see your bone density, the way your body is made up, on how they can make your body look the best and be the best to play football. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen the nutritionists and things say, okay, they look at your body and, okay, this is what you should eat and not eat. But I've never seen them like, okay, we're taking it down to your bone density. Okay, your bone density. This is how your body should look, and we want it to look as far as, okay, this is how dense your bones are. Like, to me, that's another level. And Michigan could be doing this. I just maybe never heard them taking it that far, or maybe I've never heard anybody talk about it like they did, because they really broke it down and they showed the player getting his whole body scanned by the computer, and them really picking it apart on, okay, what makes your body the way it is, and how can we make it the best at playing football? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I really enjoyed watching those All Access SEC teams. I really enjoyed that, the way they brought you in. But man, the facilities in Michigan's facility is right up there, so it's no knock on that. But the facilities, man, just looking at these facilities, because I think I watched Oklahoma, Texas, and Bama, and man, those facilities, bro, you talking about some money. You see those facilities, and but boy, this wasn't cheap. Man, those big time college football program facilities, man, they something to see. Just beautiful, bro. Like, they look so nice, bro. They look like, and some of them are newer, but they look like they were built yesterday. They just so beautiful, bro. But yeah, I enjoyed that. I'm going on the rabbit hole right now of just soaking up as much college football as I can, besides Michigan, just soaking it all up, soaking it all in, soaking it up, because we got some stuff on the me, M3, Boxing Maniac, and Marcus and Josh. We got some in store for y'all, that I think some people will enjoy. So, got to put the got to put the extra time in, which, I watch college football. I'm not like Garrison. The Michigan fans only watch Michigan. Bro, I watch all the college football. We watch college football. It's just we only really care about Michigan for the most part. You know what I'm saying? But we got something coming for y'all. And I think most people, some people will enjoy it, some people won't. But gotta put the work in so it's as good as it can be. Gotta put the work in. Same way I get on here and talk about the players putting the work in, I gotta do it myself, when I'm trying to speak about college football to y'all. Gotta put the work in. Gotta put the knowledge in. Gotta put the work and the knowledge in. And last thing, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm at this store. College football college football is like a fraternity, somewhat. With us learning the game, no matter what you're a fan of, and you watching me or whoever you watch, you're trying to learn the game. If that's what you want to know, if you want knowledge about the game, learning the game. And that's the same way it is in coaching. Like these coaches in the off season or whatever, like sometimes they have meetings together and they're sharing knowledge about the game, And that's what I love about football and football in general. It's a fraternity when you're trying to learn about the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind teaching you about the game. And that's what the way the coaches are. These coaches, and when we see coaches go to different places, we might get mad. Well, why is he going there? These coaches, it's a fraternity. It's all about learning and knowing the game more than it is being loyal to a school almost. It's about learning and spreading the knowledge of football. Whether it's offense, whether it's defense, whether it's special teams, these coaches, they all learn from each other. Because the coaching trees, it's like a fraternity. So it's like, if a coach doesn't know, like, let's say Sharon Moore wanted to learn about, coaches don't mind you going to their school and learning from them. Like these things exist. You know what I'm saying? I remember Saban used to talk about that. He'd have other coaches from other school come there and learn how he does things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a fraternity. I want to spread this knowledge to people that don't know it and to help other coaches. That's how it is, for real, And the same thing goes for us on YouTube, trying to spread the knowledge of this game, the things that I know, the things that, things I might learn from Garrison, or I might learn from M3, the things I might learn from Boxing Maniac, or from Marcus, or from Josh, or whoever, from TJ. Learning these different things about the game and how to see the game and how to understand the game. That's what it's about, That's what it's about. Yeah, Jordan Marshall, that dude. Yeah, Josh and Marcus been MIA. They've been focusing on a House Divided, where they talk about pop culture. But yeah, we working on something, and I think it's gonna be dope, for football fans, But that's all I got for y'all. I appreciate y'all joining the car live. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.